Right? You rarely see a player in that position so young yet so cool and calm. Sure, his dad gets a lot of credit for that in college too, right?
That's exactly right. He put him out there. I'll tell you this too about the Indianapolis Colts. I was with them in training camp in the summertime, and Chuck Pagano, Reggie Wayne, and Andrew Luck all said the same thing. We want to get better on third down conversion and better in the red zone. That showed up tonight, and that's when it has to show up. Division opponent, big game on the road. They were good on third down conversions, and when they were in the red zone, they scored touchdowns. That's leadership all the way around.
Jeff, I got to ask you this, though, but what team doesn't preach third down, red zone conversions? Why is that different in Indy?
Well, for Indy, it was what was going to get them to the next level, what was going to get them to beat the Broncos, what's going to get them to beat Seattle. It's not just about winning their division. They understand they have the type of talent. They can go deep in the playoffs, possibly a Super Bowl run. So they were looking at when you're that kind of team and you feel like you have that kind of talent, it's not just about, hey, we're going to get better to try to win a few more games. This is about when we get to playoff time, this is what we have to execute in. And going on the road against a division opponent who knows you and knows your tendencies, and still to be able to do that shows that this team is moving in the right direction.
You know, you talked about, I mentioned you were on the radio as a guest on SVP in Brazil with Bucci filling in. Can you talk a little about that rivalry and sort of was like the big brother, little brother thing and how that might be evolving today?
Yeah, no, you're watching the Houston Texans, the team they're building an Foster, they're building good defense, J.J. Watt, now you got Clowney over there. So as you're looking at this football team, the Colts, that's who the AFC South is. You just, however you want to look at it, I know people hate the Colts, love the Colts, whatever it is, they're the team you have to shoot for and beat, and it still hasn't changed. If you can go on the road in division and win like they did, the Texans are still chasing. They're closing the gap to a degree, but it's still a bigger deal for the Texans to beat the Colts than the other way around.